Every woman is born with a question that only she can answer, a purpose that no one else can fulfill, and a glory that cannot be duplicated. You are not an accident. You are not ordinary. You were created as one in a billion, set apart, marked for greatness, designed for influence. The question is, will you dare to rise and become the woman you were created to be? The truth about your life as a woman is this: you were never an accident, and you were never designed to live as a copy of someone else. Every feature of your existence carries intention. The way you think, the way you feel, the capacity you have to nurture, to influence, to create. None of this is random. It is a deliberate design. When God created you, He placed inside you a combination of qualities, gifts, and abilities that no other woman on the planet possesses in the exact same way. That is why you must stop comparing yourself to anyone else. The moment you compare, you diminish the value of your uniqueness. You were not made to compete. You were made to complete an assignment only you can fulfill. Your uniqueness is evidence of your purpose. Look at creation. No two leaves are the same. No two stars are identical. If God took such care to make a leaf different, how much more care did He put into making you different? You were created as one in a billion because your life is supposed to answer a question that no other life can answer. There is a problem on earth that only you can solve, and if you do not discover your design, that problem will remain unsolved. That is why it is dangerous to live life without knowing your identity. Identity is the foundation of destiny. If you do not know who you are, you will misuse your life trying to imitate others instead of maximizing what is within you. You must understand that your uniqueness is not just physical, it is spiritual, mental, and emotional. Your mind carries a perspective no one else has. Your spirit connects to God in a way that is personal and intimate. Even your experiences, both the pain and the victories, are shaping tools that have been forming the woman you are meant to become. Everything in your life is part of a design. The disappointments, the delays, the breakthroughs, the relationships, they all work together to mold the kind of influence you will carry. Nothing is wasted when you know you were created intentionally. Being unique is not always easy because the world celebrates imitation. The culture around you wants to fit you into patterns. How you should look, how you should act, what success should mean for you. But when you understand that your life was never meant to follow trends, you break free from those pressures. A trend will pass, but your purpose will remain. Your value is not in being like everyone else. Your value is in being the original God created. People respect authenticity because it is rare, and you as a woman are rare by design. You are not common. You are not ordinary. You carry something that makes you different, and different is powerful. Challenge is this: do you believe it? Because the truth can only transform you if you accept it. Many women know this with their minds but struggle in their hearts because they have been told for years that they are not enough, or they are too much, or they need to change to be loved. You must unlearn those lies. You must speak to yourself differently. Begin to affirm, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am not a mistake. I have a purpose. I am valuable. These are not just words. They are truths that will realign your thoughts and actions with the original design God placed within you. Your uniqueness is also your responsibility. You cannot waste what makes you different. You cannot bury your gifts because of fear or insecurity. If you do, the world will suffer a loss because what you carry is meant to benefit others. Your voice, your ideas, your creativity, these are solutions waiting to manifest. Do not silence them. Do not hide them. Stand boldly in who you are, because when you embrace your uniqueness, you give other women permission to embrace theirs. You are one in a billion for a reason. Stop apologizing for it. Stop shrinking to fit spaces that cannot contain the greatness inside you. Expand, grow, rise, and live as the masterpiece you were created to be. To be set apart means you were never designed to blend in. You were never intended to fit into every circle, every system, or every expectation people try to place on you. Being set apart is not about isolation, but about distinction. It is about living with the awareness that your life is meant for something greater than mediocrity, something higher than the standards of the world around you. When you are set apart, you recognize that you are chosen for a purpose that will not allow you to settle for what is convenient or popular. Separation is not rejection, it is preparation. Too many women misinterpret being different as being less. They look at the crowd and feel as if they are missing out because they do not do what others do or go where others go. But the truth is, when you are set apart, you cannot live like everyone else. You cannot make decisions based on the trends of the moment. You cannot compromise your values for temporary validation. You have to understand that greatness is not developed in the crowd. It is developed in the quiet places of discipline and obedience. If you want to manifest glory, you have to embrace the process of being uncommon. The principle of being set apart is rooted in purpose. When something is set apart, it is reserved for special use. A diamond is not treated like a stone on the street. It is guarded, refined, and placed where its value is recognized. The same is true for you. You are not meant for ordinary function because you were created with extraordinary design. That is why you sometimes feel uncomfortable trying to fit in. Your spirit knows you were created for something more. You were not made to follow. You were made to lead in your sphere. But leadership requires distinction. It requires the courage to say no when everyone else says yes. It requires strength to remain pure when the culture normalizes compromise. Being set apart will test you. It will test your patience because the path to glory is not always quick. It will test your confidence because people will question your decisions when you choose a different route. They will say you are too serious, too focused, too spiritual, too different, but what they call too much is exactly what qualifies you for the assignment you carry. You cannot let their opinions define your identity. When you understand that you are chosen, you stop seeking approval from people who cannot comprehend your calling. The challenge of being set apart is that it can feel lonely at times. You may wonder why certain relationships didn't last, why some doors closed, why some opportunities didn't work out. But every separation has a purpose. Sometimes God removes what is familiar so he can position you for what is exceptional. If you cling to what is common, you will miss what is uncommon. You have to trust the process even when you do not understand it. Set apart does not mean forgotten. It means reserved for the right time, the right place, and the right purpose. To live as someone set apart, you must change your mindset. Stop lowering your standards to make others comfortable. Stop apologizing for your convictions. Stop compromising your values for temporary acceptance. When you lower yourself to fit in, you lose the power of distinction that was meant to make you stand out. Holiness is not restriction, it is protection. It shields you from the destruction that comes when you conform to what does not align with your destiny. You were never called to be average. You were called to influence, to lead, to inspire. That requires the courage to live differently. It requires focus, discipline, and a heart that refuses to settle for less than what God designed. So, embrace being set apart. Walk with confidence, knowing that distinction is your identity and that the glory you carry cannot be revealed if you keep blending in with the crowd. Your separation is not a punishment. It is proof that you are chosen for greatness. Glory is not found in appearance alone. It is not in the clothing you wear, the beauty you display, or the admiration people give you. True glory is revealed when you function in the purpose for which you were created. The world defines glory as recognition, applause, and status, but in the kingdom of God, glory is the manifestation of his original intent through your life. When a woman walks in her purpose, she becomes a reflection of divine glory. Her influence extends beyond herself because purpose is never about self-promotion. It is about service, impact, and transformation. Every created thing finds its glory in fulfilling its function. A bird brings glory to its creator when it flies. A tree brings glory when it produces fruit. If a bird walks instead of flies, it loses its distinction. If a tree refuses to bear fruit, it loses its reason for existence. The same principle applies to you. If you do not function according to your design, you cannot experience the fullness of your glory. You were not made to live in confusion, jumping from one identity to another. chasing approval and validation. You were made to know your purpose and operate in it with confidence. Your value is not determined by how you look, but by what you were created to do. When you do what you were designed for, you will naturally stand out because nothing shines brighter than a woman in alignment with her assignment. Look at history. Women who made lasting impact were not those who spent their lives trying to please everyone or follow trends. They were women who discovered why they were born and gave their lives to it. Purpose is the secret to fulfillment, and fulfillment is the root of glory. But purpose does not reveal itself. Automatically, you have to pursue it. You have to ask the right questions. Why am I here? What problem was I created to solve? What gift do I carry that the world needs? Many women live frustrated because they confuse activity with purpose. They are busy doing many things, but not the thing they were born to do. Busyness without clarity will drain your energy and rob you of peace. Glory comes when you simplify your life and focus on what aligns with your calling. Functioning in purpose will require discipline because glory is weighty. It demands commitment. You cannot step into your assignment with a divided heart or a distracted mind. You cannot waste time comparing yourself to others when you have a unique destiny to fulfill. Stop looking at someone else's lane and thinking it is better. Their path is theirs, yours is yours. Comparison blinds you to the greatness in your own design. The question is not, what are they doing? The question is, am I doing what I was created for? When you live in purpose, everything changes. Your relationships become intentional because you no longer have time for connections that derail your assignment. Your decisions become wiser because you measure every choice against your calling. Even your pain becomes meaningful because you understand that challenges are shaping you for what you are meant to carry. Purpose turns pain into preparation and setbacks into lessons. That is how glory is revealed, through a life that understands its meaning and refuses to waste it. Do not underestimate the impact of walking in purpose. One woman functioning in her divine assignment can influence families, communities, and nations. Purpose-driven women birth movements, shift cultures, and raise generations that know who they are. That is why you cannot afford to live aimlessly. You cannot settle for a life that looks good on outside but is empty on the inside. Your true beauty, your true honor, your true glory will only shine when you live according to the original blueprint God placed within you. Glory is not an event, it is a lifestyle of alignment. It is waking up every day with clarity, focus, and passion for the reason you exist. That is the life you were created for. So rise up, discover your purpose, embrace it with boldness, live it fully, because when you function in purpose, you will not have to chase glory. Glory will naturally manifest through you. Carrying glory is not a casual thing, it is a weighty responsibility. To be set apart for glory means you are entrusted with something sacred, something that cannot be handled carelessly. Glory is not simply about favor, recognition, or elevation. It is about stewardship. When God places glory on your life, He expects you to manage it with integrity, humility, and wisdom. Many desire glory but are unprepared for the discipline it demands. Glory will cost you something. It will cost comfort, compromise, and sometimes even relationships that cannot handle your calling. Responsibility begins with character. You cannot carry glory and lack integrity. Character is what sustains what favor gives you. Without strong character, glory becomes a burden instead of a blessing because you will not have the strength to maintain it. This is why the process of preparation is so critical. Before glory is revealed, you will go through seasons that test your faith, your patience, and your obedience. These seasons are not punishment, they are preparation. They are shaping you to handle the weight of what you have been chosen for. Glory also requires discipline. You cannot live a life of distraction and expect to manifest the greatness within you. There are places you cannot go, conversations you cannot entertain, and decisions you cannot make if you are serious about your calling. The higher your assignment, the stricter your standards must be. This is not about legalism, it is about alignment. When you are carrying something valuable, you protect it, you set boundaries, you guard your time, your mind, your relationships. Not everyone deserves access to your inner circle because not everyone can handle what you carry. Fear and insecurity are two of the greatest enemies of glory. They make you shrink, second, guess, and Settle for less than what you were created for. If you are going to carry glory, you must silence the voices that tell you you are not enough. You must replace doubt with faith and comparison with confidence. The truth is, glory was never meant to make you proud. It was meant to make you purposeful. It is not about proving yourself. It is about fulfilling your assignment. When you understand that, you stop competing and start completing what God placed in you. Carrying glory also demands faithfulness in the small things. Too often, people wait for a big stage to appear before they take their purpose seriously. But glory begins in the hidden places. It begins when no one is watching. How you handle responsibility, how you manage your attitude, how you treat people. If you cannot be trusted with little, you cannot be trusted with much. The weight of glory will expose what you have not dealt with, so it is better to build strength in private before the pressure of visibility arrives. There will be moments when the responsibility of glory feels heavy. You may feel misunderstood because others do not see what you see or carry what you carry. You may feel tempted to quit because the cost seems too high, but in those moments remind yourself why you were chosen. Remind yourself that glory is not for your benefit alone. It is for impact. It is for those who will be touched by your obedience, inspired by your courage, and transformed by your example. When you carry glory well, you create a legacy that outlives you. So, embrace the responsibility. Do not run from it. Do not try to lighten it by compromising your values or avoiding the process. The weight you feel is not meant to crush you. It is meant to strengthen you for what is ahead. Carry it with humility. Carry it with grace. Carry it with gratitude. Because when you handle glory correctly, it will not destroy you. It will distinguish you, and the world will see through you the reflection of the one who created you to be one in a billion. You were never created to be ordinary. You were never designed to disappear into the background of life, living without meaning or direction. From the beginning, you were marked for something greater, set apart for glory. Everything you have heard today is a reminder that your uniqueness is not a coincidence, it is a calling. Your difference is not a flaw, it is a feature of divine design. You are one in a billion for a reason, and that reason is bigger than you. Do not let the pressures of this world convince you to compromise your identity. Do not allow comparison to blind you to the greatness within you. Your value is not determined by opinions, trends, or circumstances. Your value was established by the one who created you, and because he created you with purpose, your life matters. Every gift you carry, every dream in your heart, every experience you have endured, all of it is shaping you for an assignment only you can fulfill. But here is the truth: being set apart will cost you. It will require discipline, courage, and faith. You cannot carry glory and live carelessly. You cannot embrace purpose and remain distracted. This is the season to rise, to take responsibility for what you carry, and to stop shrinking to fit into places you were never meant to belong. You were designed to stand out, not for attention but for impact. So walk boldly in your uniqueness. Embrace your distinction, live with intention. Because when you align with your purpose, glory will not just be something you talk about. It will be something you manifest. Your life will become a testimony of what it means to be chosen, to be set apart, and to live for something greater than yourself. The world does not need another copy. It needs the original you. So, go and be that woman, the one in a billion who was created for glory.